I just saw my most anticipated movie of all time, Avengers Endgame. This is not going to be a full review of the movie. I will come out with one, but that's not what this is. This is my first reactions. I want to go see it again before I do a full video on it. This isn't my full review, just first reactions. Now this movie had a lot of hype around it. Obviously, it is the culmination of the MCU, and it has had 11 years of build-up. And after Infinity War, everyone was curious what's going to happen next because half of the universe is completely wiped out and Thanos has won. I'm going to try and be as vague as possible. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys. So if you have not seen this movie, I will not spoil a single thing. You are safe here. However, if you have not seen the movie yet, I would recommend turning this off and just going in as blind as possible. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I would still recommend going as blind as humanly possible because this movie is full of surprises and a lot of things that you will not see coming and a lot of things I did not see coming. So let's get my first reaction out of the way. Did I like this movie? Did it live up to the hype? Fuck yes. I loved this movie. Okay, now starting off, it did start off kind of slow. I was like, okay, this isn't as good as I was hoping for it to be. Right when I had that thought, boy, did this movie kick off, and it was an absolute experience from beginning to end. The first hour is good. The second hour is better. That third hour, okay, that third hour may quite possibly be the best hour in cinema history. The final hour of this movie is nuts. It is nuts. So much happens. It goes in so many ways I was not expecting. And it is nuts. I loved the third hour of this movie. There are so many moments where it is so... I was on the edge of my seat. I was cheering. I was ready. I cried. This movie made me cry. It made me cheer, laugh, everything. This is everything I could ever want in a movie experience. It reminds me of why I like going to the movies. It gave me feelings. Again, I cried, I laughed, I cheered, I was happy, everything, and it was all pretty much in the final hour of this movie. It is so satisfying. It is epic. It is sad. It's everything you could ever want. It is literally everything I ever wanted and more. Now, I'm not going to get into the plot of the movie because, again, I'm going to try and be as vague as possible. Hopefully, I haven't spoiled anything. Hopefully, I haven't even hinted at anything yet. I'm trying my best here. It is kind of hard to talk about without talking about the actual plot and everything. It definitely tosses you through some loops, especially in the first hour of this movie. It started up, I was like, okay, this is what I expected, and then that happens, and this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and it just went places I was not expecting, and it all builds to the final hour that it all comes together, and just like that is my first reaction of this movie. Like, it is big. It is a lot. This movie is a lot. It's honestly too much at times. I felt overwhelmed. So much was happening at once, but I loved it. This movie is a reward for the fans who have been there from the beginning. It is made for Marvel fans. It is a love letter to this universe and the journey they started on with the first Iron Man. And it was really everything I could ever want it to be. And I recommend everybody just drop what you're doing right now. Click off this video right now and go get yourself a ticket and go see this movie because it is worth every penny. Go see this in the cinema. It is a cinematic experience that you'll never experience ever again in your entire life. It is a once-in-a-kind movie. It is just, well, it's not perfect. I shouldn't say it's just perfect because it's not perfect. Again, I did have some problems with the movie, and I guess I can talk about that too. It is 3 hours. I think there maybe could have been a scene or two that could have been cut out of the movie to make it a tighter runtime because I never felt like it was too long. It actually went by really fast. It didn't feel like 3 hours, but I still think it could have been tighter, and And I still think there maybe could have been a scene or two that maybe could have been cut out. But the first 2 hours are a lot of character building that all leads to that final hour. Go see this movie. I'm done talking about it. That was my first reactions. I absolutely loved it. Right now on my grade, probably going to be giving an A. But again, I'm going to be coming out with a full movie review for this movie either tomorrow, because I'm going again tonight. So either tomorrow I will have a full review up, or in a couple days. Not completely sure, but definitely be on the lookout for that. But as of right now, I am at an A. But I do think on a second time watch that will go up to an A plus, just because of how much this movie means to me and my entire childhood. So yeah, just go see the movie. I'm done talking about it. Have a good one.